Okay, this is just a very quick introduction to this module. Obviously you're looking at research methods, and the idea is to give you a broad input and to begin to get you to think about how you carry out research within education. And as a consequence, unlike contemporary issues that gave you a number of different areas that you could look at, the whole of this module is series of areas that need to be covered. In week 1 to 2, you'll be just sort of beginning to think about the generalities of doing research within education. You'll be asked to give a very basic outline of a potential small-scale project you could do within your own setting. This doesn't necessarily have to be carried out to fruition. It's really as a vehicle for beginning to get you to think about doing research. And you'll create research questions for that project, and then also think about some of the general issues around doing research in education, such as validity and generalizability, and also research ethics. What you'll then be doing in the remainder of the weeks within this module is looking at research through sort of 4 of the main methodological traditions: so surveys, case studies, action research, and then narrative inquiry and life histories. And in each case you'll spend 2 weeks looking at a particular methodology, particular, if you like, philosophical approach to research. And within each of those 2 weeks you'll be looking at the kind of methods that can be used in those traditions, so that you can begin to get a really clear view not only of the sort of way in which you might think about research, the philosophical part of it, but then also the practicalities of actually carrying out research and what good research using particular methods or techniques might look like. Having decided on a sort of a basic outline of a project, what you'll then do is 2 weeks on surveys and 2 on case studies, and in each case you'll be asked towards the end of the 2-week period to begin to think about how you might research your particular interest through that particular tradition. And going into week 7, you'll then be asked to choose either surveys or case studies, and to create an online poster and a narrated PowerPoint which actually just goes through your research questions and the approach you've decided to take and the methods you're going to use, and why you've chosen the approach you have. You'll then go on to look at action research and narrative inquiry and life histories, before in week 12 onwards thinking about what you're going to do for a main second assessment, which is to write almost a sort of a research proposal for a piece of research as a way of getting you to think about how research within education would fit together, from the sort of the groundings of it through the research questions and then into sort of methodologies and methods, etc. So we hope you enjoy it. What we've tried to do is to create something that not only is useful and gets you thinking now, but within the sort of methods toolbox area on the right there will also give you an opportunity to come back to as you start working in the pathways and ultimately with your dissertation. And what we've done is we've included within all of these areas extension tasks, which are beyond your normal weekly hour allocation, that if you get particularly interested in something, you can do a little bit extra now, or certainly when you come to your dissertation you can come back and develop your ideas further through that extension work in the particular area you decide to do your dissertation in. So what we hope is that the contents of this module aren't just seen as something you cover and complete now, but that helps you really begin to think about research methods, and then later when you get into your dissertation work you can come back to and use as a really quite full resource. So good luck, and we hope you enjoy it.